There are two things that I've noticed are the biggest struggles that new barbers face. The first thing is time management. It is a fine line between a haircut and a hostage situation. If your haircuts take longer than an hour, they are no longer haircuts. You have held that person hostage. You have kidnapped that client, sir. Let that man go. That man has a family. He got kids. Let him be free. Free that man. A lot of new barbers and stylists, when they first start, they're as bad as they're ever going to be. They are as slow as they're ever going to be. That's why they say practice makes perfect. The more you do something, the better at it you become, the faster at it you become. And when you first start, most of the time you're slower than you're ever going to be, and a lot of times it's because you're overthinking things. Your anxiety gets the best of you, your palms start to sweat, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on your sweater, like that whole Eminem 8 Mile thing. Your client feels that too. The longer it takes you to do a haircut, the more anxiety you feel, the more anxiety the client is picking up on, and therefore they feel. Now you're both nervous and anxious and stressed the hell out. Both of y'all need a cigarette. That is the main issue I see with new barbers, is that they take so long. They make the process awkward. They make the interaction uncomfortable between them and the client. And clients can tell you're new. Like, they know it. They know the difference between a veteran and a person fresh out of school. But I can tell you the biggest issue that new barbers and stylists face is timing. And if you don't think timing is important, I want you to think about how many Fantastic Sams, Sport Clips, Great Clips, Supercuts, all these Master Cuts, all these big box brands, they're in every city. And I can assure you, if you're lucky, there may be one really good person in those buildings that cut hair. But for the most part, you're getting a bunch of subpar, mediocre haircuts. I promise. I've seen it. I can tell a Supercuts haircut from a mile away. When I go to the gas station, the grocery store, I see them and I know where they came from. And the thing is, those places are in every city because more people value convenience than they value a good haircut. Think about it like this. Supercuts, they literally require their stylists to get a haircut, to get like 4 haircuts done in an hour. It's either 3 or 4 haircuts in an hour. That's their standard. And they stay busy because people value convenience over the quality of a haircut. There's only a handful of haircut snobs walking the planet, and 90% of them are hair care professionals. So most people, they just want a decent haircut. And there is a fine line between a decent haircut and a great haircut. It's hardly noticeable. So I'm not saying that good haircuts don't matter, because they do. But there's a difference between a good haircut that takes 4 hours or 2 hours and a decent haircut that takes 15 to 20 minutes. So again, focus on your time management. And a lot of times people think that, oh, well, Supercuts or Sport Clips, they just got a bunch of hot chicks. No, they don't. There's definitely some Instagram models working in Supercuts or, Sport Clips. But it's a lot of 5s and 6s in that mug. So with all due respect, I've seen some really pretty women that work in the industry, but time is more important than how a person looks. I am telling you. The other thing that people are struggling with is conversation. You build rapport through conversation. And especially if you're taking a long time on a haircut, you've got to make time sail by having a conversation. Learn how to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. It's called being consciously unconscious. First, focus on what the client wants. And then after you establish what they're going for, learn how to learn how to go on autopilot, and then just separate yourself from the job. Learn how to get to a point where you're so comfortable doing the job that you can just go on autopilot and start having a conversation and building rapport. Learn how to ask open-ended questions. Learn how to answer open-ended questions. Because again, in the beginning of your career, you're going to be terrible at the job. So you better be really good at customer service, and you better be really good at making a client and a friend. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you have other reasons why you think new barbers struggle, I'd love to hear about it. I am Sean Cussa H on all social media. Please comment below or shoot me a DM. Please follow me and share this video with other haircut professionals that may have a difference of opinion with me. I'd love to know where I went wrong. Sean Cussa H on all social media. Thanks for your time.